complete the plea, or do we want to try and do this sentencing, the 330 sentencing? And yeah, I know we do.
And Mr. Powell is not in the courtroom as of right now.
Let's go with the let's finish our arraignments then. Let's go ahead and just bring the inmates in as in the order. The first one I've got is Brian Baker.
Yes. Frank, we're going to go straight down, starting with number 90.
Okay. Your Honor, Steve Medina with Brian Baker, Brian A. Baker, and 24 CF 2403. Your Honor, we're here on arraignment, of course, and for the record, I would enter a not guilty plea on the arraignment. I would also note for the court's consideration that the alleged victims in court, Lisa Baker, she's written various letters that the state is privy to and has had a substantial conversation with her, and she's wanting there to be no violent contact and see if he can come out on a signature bond. I don't think the state was willing to stipulate to a signature bond, but we're hoping.
What is the current bond?
It's $150,000 cash or professional. He's a lifelong Okaloosa County resident, longtime member of the Lutheran Church. Pastor Angerman's here, and so he's not a flight risk. But I think the state was wanting some sort of a cash or professional bond. May I inquire him if he? Your Honor, if the court would consider, if the state would. I realize this is unusual, Judge, but basically he could sit, what's the most cash you could come up with?
Grateful for any means.
Okay, well. Your Honor, would the state consider basically doing 10% of what it is now? It's basically $50,000 cash or professional per 3 counts. Could they be $5,000 for each count? Cash or professional, and change it to no violent contact with pretrial services. It's already, I think it already, I don't see pretrial services the way it is now, so that may or may not be necessary, but.
Your Honor, the state would request pretrial services, but the state's checking something, Your Honor.
Okay.
If we want to readdress this at a different time, so the state can look something up and then.
Could we bring Mr. Baker back, Your Honor,
Sure.
possibly in a few minutes?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, you can take that with you. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Barry is showing unrepresented.
Judge,
That is
case number
correct.
24 CF 2356. This is Kenneth Barry. The charges currently are possession of controlled substance and possession of paraphernalia.
So, Mr. Barry, the purpose of today's hearing is merely to enter a plea. It's called the arraignment docket. But first, you do have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you.
Yes, sir.
You want me to appoint you an attorney, or are you going to hire a private attorney?
Can I ask a question though?
Sure.
What is the state's offer as far as time right now? And I'll handle it right now.
So the current offer is an adjudication of guilt, 3 months OCJ, 615 court costs.
I plead guilty.
3 months
to
in
that.
the jail?
I'll sign that right now.
Your Honor, as a friend of the court, could I ask a question? Trying to promote justice, Your Honor.
Trying to promote justice.
Mr. Barry might be my client if he did want the public defender. My only question was, as an officer of the court, is does he have a felony record already? Because he would just need to be advised if he was going to be turned into a convicted felon. If he already is a convicted felon, then it may be moved.
I believe he's already a convicted felon. My offers usually reflect the record of the defendant.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that all you were trying to inquire of?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you think you're wanting to have that offer now?
I'll sign it right now. Y'all can draw it up, I'll sign.
Okay.
And not waste the court's time for.
No, it's not, you're not wasting the court's time. This is all important stuff. This is a lot more important to you than it is to me.
Yes, sir, understood.
So,
I'll draft it up, Judge.
okay, so what we're gonna do then, Mr. Barry, we're gonna go ahead and pass because we need to get a document together and we'll bring you back out.
Yes, sir,
We'll get it done
appreciate
today.
that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McDaniel.
Okay. Your Honor, Steve Medina with Bernard X. Buchanan. I do not know what the state's offer is, but I do not believe that he's going to have a opportunity to take a plea for probation today to get him out of jail. Is that correct?
Your Honor, the state's offer is guidelines prison, so.
Okay, so at this time, Mr. Buchanan is going to enter a plea of not guilty, and I'm going to come and talk to him at the jail about where to go from here, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So we'll enter a not guilty plea and continue this matter until 11th of December.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tolbert, Burbank.
And fill out the application if you have already.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sharpless, let me know when you're finished with
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
inquiry.
Mr. Burbank? Your Honor, Steve Medina with Tolbert
Burbank.
W. Burbank, 24 CF 2331. I do not believe that Mr. Burbank is going to want to take a 12.1 month DOC offer today, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on his behalf and come meet with him about his case and where to go from here, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll enter a not guilty plea and continue this matter until the 11th of December.
I'll be.
And just for the court's edification, I've finished with that agreement.
Okay.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Michael A. Burke, Jr. In 24 CF 2327. You can hold on to that copy. We have a signed agreement that will result in a misdemeanor resolution, Your Honor, that Mr. Burke and I discussed, and we've been over an agreement to that effect. There won't be a score sheet because it's for a misdemeanor and does not involve probation and straight jail, Your Honor.
Okay.
That is the state's agreement.
You didn't even hear their offer.
The misdemeanor.
Yes.
You're agreeing to the misdemeanor portion.
Yes.
He's agreeing in concept, and I will get to the details right now when I approach and provide the court. May I, Judge?
You may. Thank you.
We've got Mr. Assistant State Attorney Sprouts and I are working so good together, it's like psychopathic, Your Honor.
Telepathic? Telepathic?
Telepathic. I meant telepathic, not psychopathic. Thank you very much for that clarification on the record. Your Honor,
I think the latter is a little
Oh, boy.
more closer to it.
I may have to have Ms. Marcus take over for me to read this plea agreement, Your Honor. In 24 CF 2327, under this plea and sentence agreement that's been signed, all parties, the state agrees to dismiss count 1 in exchange for the following on count 2. Adjudication of guilt to lesser included offense of misdemeanor petty theft. The statutory reference is given, that's a first-degree misdemeanor. 6 months jail with credit for all time served, $270 court costs, $150 PD fees.
That is the state's agreement, Judge, and Marcy's law has been complied with.
Thank you. Mr. Burke, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and those same terms are in the written plea agreement that, let me check, that you've signed. So I just want to make sure, have you read this, gone over it in detail with your attorney, had all your legal questions answered?
Yes.
I understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This will be a final resolution of your case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, and you're entering this freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. Court has agreed to dismiss count 1 in exchange for the following, and the court they'll have an adjudication of guilt as to count 2 of the lesser included offense of misdemeanor petty theft in the statutory cites in the agreement for the clerk. And the court's sentencing the defendant to 6 months county jail. You will get credit for all time served. Of course, they always have the ever-present court costs and public defender fees. The court will provide you, how long do you want, Mr. Medina?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry. Could he have 6 months upon release?
Yes.
Prior to
So you have
monetary
6 months,
obligations to go
after you get out, you've got 6 months to pay your fees. You want to try and get them done in that period, because if not, they come after your driver's license, which,
So I'm just adding
Matter
6
from
months, 6 months to pay monetary obligations upon release.
very good.
You don't want him to go get your license. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions, sir? Okay, good luck.
Your Honor, this is Israel Chartrand, 2024 CF 2293. This is Mr. Chartrand's arraignment. He would like to enter a plea of not guilty. I believe he's already, I think he's on the 12-9 docket, but it'll need to be on the 12-11 docket.
Very good. We'll continue this matter until 12/11 and enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. Armand Culbreth?
We handled Mr. Culbreth this morning, both of his cases.
Okay,
So that one that was on for arraignment was dismissed. as
very
part of
good.
the-
Do you want to bring back, what? You want to bring back Barry?
Yes, sir.
After, we'll do this one, if we can bring back Barry, when it makes sense for,
Your Honor, excuse me, this is Samantha Frasier, 2024 CF 2007 and 2024 CF 2301. Frasier.
I've just got one, I've just got the 2301.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, I don't, I think the other one was already arraigned.
Okay.
I just have them together. I received an updated offer, a global offer from the state attorney. I tried to see Miss Frasier at the jail this week and she wasn't produced. She just let me know that she would like to accept the offer. If I could have 5 minutes to write it up, I think she'll be able to enter the plea today. It is a probation offer, so it would get her out of jail.
Very good. We'll just hang tight and
Thank
we'll
you.
get it
I'll be
done
quick.
here this afternoon, okay?
All right, quick.
Quincy Fuqua, that's with no attorney? Fuqua.
Your Honor, this is State versus Quincy Fuqua.
Hold on,
case
hold
number-
on. Wait till you can hear. Go ahead.
This is State versus Quincy Fuqua, case number 24CF2350, charged with 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance and 1 count of possession of paraphernalia.
So, you pronounce your name Fuqua or Fuqua?
Fuqua.
Mr. Fuqua, you heard the charges. You do have the right, purpose of today's hearing is just to make a plea. You do have a right to have an attorney, however. Do you wish me to appoint you an attorney, or are you going to try and hire a private attorney?
I wish I need one appointed.
Okay, so the court will appoint the public defender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. That'll preserve your rights, so you had a chance to meet with your attorney. We'll come back on December 11th
Thank you.
for you, after you, so you give you a chance to talk to your attorney, figure out your options, okay?
This is yours if you want a copy of it.
I appreciate it. That's it.
Henderson, Henderson is a no attorney as well. Daryl Henderson.
Your Honor, this is State versus Darrell Henderson, case number 24CF2365, charged with tampering with a witness, domestic violence battery, and resisting without violence.
Okay. So, Mr. Henderson, the purpose of today's hearing is merely to make a plea. But before we do that, you do have the right to have an attorney on any criminal case. You want me to appoint you an attorney here today? You're going to
Well,
hire private counsel?
Your Honor, I need to reveal some corruption here in the courthouse and conspiracy. And I want to know.
So that's all fine. You're welcome to do that. But
Yes,
what are
sir.
we doing today? You want an attorney?
At this time, I would like to reveal the corruption and conspiracy to the court.
Answer my question. Do you want me to appoint you an attorney?
I would like to go proceed at this time,
Okay.
and then.
So do you want to make a plea? You're going to plead not guilty on your case?
Your
That'll
Honor,
preserve, you can't.
what I need to, because the corruption that I'm referring to is the state.
Okay.
You know, the state and.
You can bring all that up, but we've got to proceed with the case as well. So I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your behalf.
Okay,
We're going to continue this until the 11th of December, and you can continue to pursue your corruption. How about that?
yes, sir. Also, will I be able to, because I just want to go proceed, because I sent in a letter saying I want to acknowledge the judge on his ministerial capacity. And I have a copy of it right now, so I want to know how can I go through with that? Because I
I
have.
don't
this-
understand what you're asking.
Well, Your Honor, I did,
Let me just say, let me help you with something. My job here is to preside over this criminal case.
yes, sir.
My job is not to, if there's a separate corruption issues, that's
Well, it's
above my
actually,
pay grade.
it's actually this right here, because I have reached out to James Vernon Cook in Tallahassee, and the evidence that
Okay.
pertains to what I'm saying.
Well, if you
It-
reach out to them and they come in and operate as your attorney, then you can proceed with that. Once you can continue with your what you're doing, and we'll come back on 12/11.
Yes, sir, that would be fine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Benjamin Hoffman.
This is going to be Mr. Benjamin Hoffman before the court in 24 CF 2303. We do have a plea agreement to be filed in Mr. Hoffman's case, if I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
Grab my score sheet for the court as well. Does not look like this will be a downward departure for this plea, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you.
I may not have gotten the state to sign it, now that I'm thinking about it, Your Honor. No.
This one.
It is yours.
Yeah. Come on. Get together.
You wish to announce, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hoffman will be entering a plea of no contest as charged to be adjudicated guilty placed on 24 months of probation. We're going to ask the court to waive the cost of supervision.
Hold on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry, I was just reading along as you went through, and you said adjudication of guilt, but then the little X is next to withhold.
Yes, Your Honor.
Am I mistaken? I'm sorry. Go
It's
ahead.
adjudication of guilt, Your Honor.
It's adjudication of guilt, so
Yes,
that, so I should cross that out and put it in the other one? Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
24 months of probation, waive the cost of supervision, $615 in court costs, $150 public defender fee. Required to do a substance abuse evaluation, he'll need to make that evaluation appointment within 30 days. Recommended treatment within 60 days of that evaluation. Random urinalysis, 24 hours of community service work, maintain gainful employment, or complete 2 job applications per week.
State.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Hoffman, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
So, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement,
Yes,
and I
sir.
see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that, I'm gonna check here, I assume you've signed,
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
but you've signed, and, which the state attorney has not.
I've mentioned that, Your Honor.
What's that?
I mentioned that, I think we can decide that one.
Okay, go ahead. I want you to think I'm ignoring you over there.
Sorry, I've been here by almost a week without the state attorney before.
I mean, I've seen it. Party who charged signed it, so. Where-
Thank you. So, Mr. Hoffman, like I say, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I just want to make sure, have you gone over this agreement in detail with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had
I
all
have.
your legal questions answered?
Yes, they are.
And you understand that you're waiving the right to go to a trial? This will be a final adjudication of this case. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your
And
Honor.
are you entering this freely and voluntarily?
Absolutely.
With that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on the single count, and you're sentenced to 24 months of probation, standard probation, $615 in court costs, $150 public defender fee. Got to get the substance abuse evaluation in 30 and follow that treatment. That's important. And random UAs, community service hours, and then gainful employment. So just pay attention to the, with your probation and make sure and work closely with them, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
Okay, very good. You'll have 30 days to appeal this if you want to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hoffman.
You're welcome. Jessica Jeffries, Mr. Gates?
Sir, I have Mr. Garner and Mr. Barry in the feed.
Let's do it.
Garner or Barry?
What about Sean Steve, what about Sean Goodwin?
What's that?
Goodwin from this morning?
And he should be back.
So who do we have now? We got Barry, and what's the other one?
It sounds Barry, Garner, and Goodwin should be in there.
If I could request Barry to get this done. Judge, this is Kenneth Barry, 24 CF 2366. I drafted up this agreement, if I could announce it.
Okay,
It'll be a plea as charged, pleading no contest to possession of controlled substance and for possession of paraphernalia. The terms are gonna be 3 months Okaloosa County Jail with credit for time served and $615 court cost. And it's gonna be an adjudication as well.
okay.
May I approach?
You may.
Well, may I actually give it to the defendant?
You need to sign.
Yes, sir.
Does it say in there that the counts would run concurrent?
It does not.
So it's actually 3 months for each count, and they'll run together.
If I could write credit for time served on the misdemeanor?
That's fine. That'll be even better for them. Makes it simple, right?
Does. All right, so your just right there. I've already signed it, so that's good. This is not a downward departure, so what you will be provided.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Barry, I think I already swore you in. Did I swear you in earlier? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
So you heard the state attorney
Correct.
is offer 3 months county jail with credit for time served.
Yes, sir.
And then the possession of paraphernalia, that's technically the sentence is credit for time served. That'll be done, okay?
Yes, sir.
And court costs, you're not gonna be on probation or anything else when you get out. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, you understand that by entering this, this will be a final resolution of your case?
Yes, sir.
And you're waiving the right to go to a trial, all those things?
Yes, sir.
You understand that? You believe that's in your best interest to do all this?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea on the possession of controlled substance. The court will sentence the defendant to 3 months county jail, credit for time served, $6.15 in court costs, and as to count 2, possession of paraphernalia, you get credit for time served. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Even though you've just entered this, you got 30 days to appeal it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
Not at all.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry? Yeah, you'll have 180 days to pay your fees and stuff after you get out, okay? Before it goes to collections. They'll come after your driver's license. So try and get it paid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Sharpless? Baker?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe
We can get them out, we've got it worked out subject to the court's approval.
Okay. You wanna do it now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Folks have been waiting all day.
We're talking about, are you talking about a different Baker? Did Brian
Brian
Baker,
Baker?
Your Honor? Recalling on the bond motion,
Right,
yeah, okay.
dealing with the bond, yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Brian Baker. Brian Baker.
Brian Baker.
We didn't call for Baker yet because we had the.
Okay, we'll bring, yeah. I just wanted to see if you had it ready. We'll get them as soon as we can get them.
Here he is.
Okay.
Okay. Your Honor, Steve Medina with Brian Baker, 24 CF 2403. I just want to tell him what I think we've worked out.
Okay.
Your Honor, Steve Medina with Mr. Baker. The state is willing to stipulate it subject to the court's approval, not to talk for the state, but basically, we have it worked out for $7,500 cash or professional per count instead of the existing $50,000 cash or professional per count. It would be with pretrial services and no violent contact with the victim who's present. So it would be a total of, well, 7,500 times 3, whatever that is, Judge.
And we're also entering a not guilty plea.
And all, yes, Your Honor, not guilty plea.
Okay. State, you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor. The state's,
Okay.
that's the state's.
So the court will enter a not guilty plea. The court will amend the bond to $7,500 per count with the condition of pretrial services, and importantly is a no violent contact. That allows for contact. So all I'm going to say to you, Mr. Baker, is don't make me look bad.
Yes, sir.
Don't make your attorney look bad. People have gone to bat for you.
Yes, sir.
Even people that maybe didn't have, you could understand if they didn't go to bat for you. Okay? So I just ask you, no violent contact allows for contact, but it will It'll tag everything if there's an additional problem.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
And, Your Honor, I just wanted to clarify on the
You
record.
still have to come back on 12/9. I'm assuming you're getting out. You would be able to get out, so you'll come back on December 9th at 9 a.m.
I'm not sure at this time whether we'll be able to make that bond, but I'm grateful.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'm
Well, we'll
also.
do it for 12/11 then, and then we'll see.
And I'm also advising him, even though the court is allowing a change to no violent contact, especially if he's still in jail, I'm not encouraging contact. And if he does get out of jail, or whether he's in jail or not, please do not discuss the facts or the charges in any way, shape, or form with the alleged victim.
With anybody.
With anybody.
Understood.
Yeah.
May I seek the bond from jail comfortably? I'm gonna need to do some legwork to try to come up with the finances for the
Yeah,
bond.
you just don't talk about the case,
Yes,
and
sir.
don't talk to the victim and talk about the case, because then they're gonna come back and they're gonna say you're trying to mess with the case.
Yes,
Don't
Your
do
Honor.
that,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay? Play it up straight. People are
Yes.
trying to be straight with you, you gotta do it. But if you're trying to call people and see if you can round up a little money,
That's all I need to do.
that's okay. I mean, that's not,
Thank you, Your
Thank you, Your
Honor.
Honor.
right.
Appreciate it.
Judge, are you going to keep the conditions that were originally appointed at first appearance?
Yes, hold on a second, hold on.
For the bond conditions, it was weekly in-person meetings, house arrest, CC sanctions, and a GPS prior to release at $1 per day. Are you keeping that as well?
I'm not,
Your Honor, could the court amend the pretrial release conditions to delete the GPS monitor and delete house arrest and delete weekly in-person and just make it pretrial services?
Your Honor, the state wouldn't object to removing the GPS and removing the house arrest, but the state does want weekly in-person contact
that's fine.
with the pretrial services officer.
Court will make those changes as the state has requested.
So you're
Thank
gonna
you,
have to
Madam Clerk.
meet in person with pretrial services, and you'll have to coordinate that in-person immediately when you get out of jail, okay? If you do post bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Who's next?
Garner?
Garner. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, Travis Gates on behalf of Mr. Garner at make sure I got the cases right, 24 CF 1054, and then the new case I was appointed to, 24 CF 2343. I just need to get him to sign the plea agreement, Your Honor. Questions on it?
Sir, are you have you met with Ms. Frasier, Ms. Parkins?
Your Honor, I haven't, I passed back the plea agreement. I've gone over it briefly with her. If there's time, I would like to speak with her.
Okay.
I know you guys were moving people around.
Maybe when we end up doing the sentencing, you can go back there.
11, 15, 20.
I don't need to speak with him back there. Yeah, we can do that. Yes, I'll wait to do that.
And I need to submit his question.
Your Honor, may I approach the plea agreement?
You may.
The state will file a score sheet later, Your Honor. By anticipation, they should be a downward appointment. He scores 12.9 months UAC.
That is correct, Your Honor, and this is a uncoerced plea agreement based on a,
Uncourse negotiation.
yes, long day, I'm sorry.
I concur. Mr. Gates.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Gardner is going to be admitting the violation before the court in 24 CF 1054. Plea is charged in 24 CF 2343. He will be adjudicated guilty in all counts and cases. In 24 CF 1054, we're going to modify and reinstate probation. We're going to add the condition of enter and successfully complete the Keaton program, that is bars to bed, and any aftercare required. $100 cost of prosecution, $150 defender fee, complete the original requirements. The substance abuse evaluation and treatment will be deleted as a condition of the original terms because he's doing an inpatient program. And 24 CF 2343, 18 months of probation, concurrent with the other case. Waive cost of supervision, $615 court cost, $100 defender fee, entering successfully complete the Keaton program, bars to bed, and then the aftercare required. And then Mr. Garner is entering a plea on that new case without the opportunity to review discovery.
Mr. Garner, could you raise your right hand, sir? I need to swear you in. Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State in agreement?
The state is in agreement, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Garner, you can put your hand down. You heard your attorney state the terms of your agreement.
I did, sir.
Those terms are contained in the written agreement that you've signed. Just want to make sure you've gone over it in detail with your attorney
Yes, sir.
and that you've had a chance to ask him any questions, you know, legal questions you need about the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
Specifically, you're waiving the right to go to a trial. That's a big thing. I always have to let you acknowledge that.
Yes, sir.
This will be a final adjudication of your case. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you believe that's in your best interest to do that?
I do, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. In 24 CF 1054, there'll be an adjudication of guilt on all counts in all cases. In 1054, court will modify and reinstate, and there'll be an added, so you're not going to change the term of the probation, but there'll be an added condition of enter and successfully complete the Keaton program, bars to bed, so right from where you're at, and any aftercare that's required.
Understood.
$100 cost of prosecution, public defender fee, complete original requirements of probation, the substance abuse evaluation treatment, that requirement's going to be deleted. The new charge, 2343, you're sentenced to 18 months probation. These will be concurrent. They'll run together. Waive the cost of supervision, again, court costs and fees. Successfully enter and complete the Keaton program, same thing, and any aftercare. And just an acknowledgement that you're entering a plea without reviewing discovery. So, any questions to any of this?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck, sir. Mr. Gates, Jessica, is that?
We have
Jessica
Ms.
Jeffers?
Jeffers, but I think we got 2 more mails to take, and then we'll
Okay.
handle Ms. Jeffers.
What do we got? Who,
Your Honor, this is going to be Sean Goodwin before
okay,
the court.
this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a plea agreement to be filed for Mr. Goodwin. Sign that there for me. You good with community control? All right. Thank you. You're welcome. 11, 14, 27. What's your address? Address 111. That's all I need is you got one. So we're going to get on that record. Your Honor, I was speaking with Mr. Goodwin. Probation is going to want his address so they can make a note because it is going to be community control. So if we could have him put that on the record as well.
Okay.
What's your address, Mr. Goodwin?
No score sheet, it's modification.
If I may approach, Your Honor?
You may. Would you announce the terms?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Goodwin will be admitting the violation before the court. He was previously adjudicated guilty. We're going to modify and reinstate his probation. Next 6 months of supervision will be on community control. It'll be concurrent between both counts, followed by the balance of supervision, again concurrent. complete original requirements, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 public defender fee.
State.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Mr. Goodwin, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard the attorney state the terms of your plea agreement and increased community control. Have you had a chance to read the plea agreement, the written
Yes, sir.
plea agreement? And
Yes,
you've obviously gone over with your attorney, asked him any kind of questions you need to?
Yes, sir.
You can put down your hand.
Okay, thank you.
And so you understand you're waiving the right to go have a jury trial, not
Yes,
a
sir.
jury trial. Well,
Yes, sir.
evidentiary hearing, not a full jury trial. You're waiving that final adjudication of your case.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
And you are entering this freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir, I am.
Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. Previously, there was an adjudication of guilt. The court will modify and reinstate probation. The next 6 months, you're not changing the term of the probation, but the next 6 months are going to be on community control on both cases. They'll all run concurrent, followed by regular probation, which again, all concurrent, both counts. You got to complete original requirements, and then you got the cost of prosecution and public defender fee.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Anything, Mr. Gates?
There you go.
Okay. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may
ma'am.
Ms. Sharpless and I approach briefly? All right, Your Honor, we are recalling Christopher Camarda, 2024 CF 2546. We addressed the bond for count 2, which is the trafficking in fentanyl, but Ms. Sharpless and I both failed to address the bond for the other 4 counts, so we're here to do that.
Yes, Your Honor. Do
What
you
did-
want?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'll start count by count and state the state's recommendation. So count 1 is trafficking in methamphetamine, 28 grams, but less than 200. For that count, the state is asking for $100,000 cash or professional. Count 3 is possession of a weapon or ammunition by a convicted felon. For that count, the state is asking for $75,000 cash or professional. Count 4 is petty theft, Your Honor. The state would ask for $1,000 cash or professional on that count. And count 5 is possession of drug paraphernalia. For that count, the state would ask for an ROR.
Ms. Farkas, you have any argument?
Your Honor, just briefly, my previous arguments are relevant here as well, especially Mr. Camarda's ties to the community, but also the fact that he wouldn't be able to pay anything close to the amount of cash or professional bond that the state is requesting right now. It would be tantamount to remand. He is, of course, being held on no bond in count 2 already. I'd ask that you consider lower cash or professional bonds in the instance that count 2 is somehow resolved and he's able to bond out. He would be able to pay maybe about $2,000 for cash or professional bond. So I'd ask you consider a lower amount.
Court will lower the amount on the possession of a firearm to 50,000, but the other three go along with the state's recommendation on the trafficking, 100,000, 50,000 for the firearm by a convicted felon, $1,000 for the petty theft, and ROR for possession of paraphernalia. Thank you. I don't have an order. Somebody's gonna have to, normally I would have an order to fill out, but I don't have that.
I will get the court in order, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You want this back?
Yes, please, if I may.
It's got my notes on it, but it's not.
Yeah, this is gonna be Ms. Jessica Jeffers before the court in 24 CF 2405. At this time, we're gonna enter a not guilty plea, and ask the court schedule for, December the 11th for pretrial conference.
Very good. We'll enter a not guilty plea, come back 12/11, 9 a.m.
And I think that concludes my business before the court today, Your Honor.
You're excused. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Your Honor, may I be excused as well?
You may. I think we're. Ms. Farkas? Where is Ms. Farkas?
She's up for research.
This is Samantha Frasier.
Okay.
We're readdressing her
Sure.
case so that we can resolve it.
Okay.
I've gone over the plea agreement with Ms. Frasier. I'm going to have her sign it right now.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may approach?
Yes, ma'am, you may.
And I'll provide a copy to probation as well.
Would you please announce the terms?
Yes, Your Honor. In
You want to
2024...
give those to the,
Oh, sorry,
Go
yes.
ahead.
Thanks. 2024 CF 2301, there are 2 counts. Count 1 is possession of a controlled substance. There will be a withhold of adjudication, 36-month standard probation, restitution in the amount of $33.60 to Thai restaurant, $6.15 in court costs, $150 public defender fee. Count 2 is a second-degree misdemeanor, will also be a withhold of adjudication with credit for time served. 2024 CF 2007, count 1, the only count in this case, will be a withhold of adjudication as well, 36-month standard probation, restitution in the amount of $177.56 to the victim who's named there, $5.15 in court costs, and $150 public defender fee.
I'm sure I know the answer to this, but I'm assuming that the 2 probations will be served concurrent.
Yes, Your Honor, and I can note that.
And you also, what's the name of that Thai restaurant?
Well, I didn't want to mispronounce it, so I left it out. Do know
So you just didn't say it all?
Benjarong.
Benjarong?
Okay,
Benjarong.
I think that's very good. I'm sure they're used to it being mispronounced, right?
Probably. So what this means, he's just having me clarify. It means that you're doing a total of 36 months. It's not 36 months followed by 36 months. That's it. Just so it's clear to the court. If I may approach?
You may. Thank you. So, Ms. Frasier, would you please raise your right hand? I need to ask you a few questions. Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you can put your hand down. You heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I see those same terms are in this written plea agreement. And I see you've signed it. So have you had a chance to read it and go over it with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had all your questions answered by your attorney, legal questions about the plea?
Yes, Your
answered?
Honor.
You understand you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This will be a final resolution of these cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you've had it explained to you about the probation and what that's going to entail and all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you're doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Based upon that, court will accept your plea, 24 CF 2301. As to count one, there'll be a withhold of adjudication, 36 months standard probation, restitution in the amount of $33.60 to Ben Jerome Thai Restaurant, $6.15 in court cost, $150 public defender fee. Count two is withhold of adjudication, but the credit, that is just a credit for time served, that's done. 24 CF 2007, count one, withhold of adjudication, 36 months probation, restitution in the amount of $177.56 to Alex Harper, and then court cost and public defender fees. These two 36-month probations are going to run together. It's called concurrent, so there'll be one, basically a total of 36 months, 3 years. One bit of advice, pay attention and follow through on your appointments with your probation officer. Don't make the probation officer chase you down, because then they get frustrated, and when you need a little help, they're not going to help you.
All right,
So you make their job a little bit easier, they'll work with you, okay?
all right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have the score sheet if I may, first.
Sure. Thank
The
you.
defense has no objections.
Okay. Okay. As far as arraignments, is that a wrap? I believe it
I
is.
I
believe
think
so.
we did Isaac
Dumas.
Oh, Isaac Dumas.
Dumas, I think it's Dumas that signed.
We did that one.
It's Dumas, representing.
We did him earlier.
Yeah,
We
He was
did?
here.
Okay.
Yes.
It was continued to,
Right,
12
we
months.
continue that till 12
Yes.
months. Not guilty.
thank you.
Okay, it's all right.
Judge, can I, before Ms. Farkas leaves?
Sure.
I should
Ms.
have.
Farkas,
In 24 CF 2301, I
Wh-
should have,
who's that? What's
the Ms. Frazier that we just handled.
Okay.
I should have the state file on 3 counts. So I have 2 counts of possession of controlled substance.
That
and
is
count-
correct.
Count 3 is the,
We both missed
Is
it.
what?
count 3 is the misdemeanor, but the file on 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance. So she has,
It's 2 counts of possession of controlled substance. And I only included 1, so we missed it.
It is 2 counts, Your Honor.
So I need
Okay,
to speak
you
with
need, well, you need to
I just need
change
to
the
make sure
plea.
she
You gotta-
understands.
You gotta change the plea agreement.
Yes, so I need to confirm
Yeah.
with Ms. Frazier.
Yeah,
I can take that.
He's on his way back up, so it'll be a minute.
never have them when you need them.
but like, luckily I have
Oh, what's that, all
a, when you need
lined up?
CPS in a jury trial, and I don't know.
Got to. What, Ms. Farkas, come on, actually, you gotta make an announcement on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. This is Samantha Frazier recalling 2024 CF 2301 and 2024 CF 2007. I was just briefly explaining to Ms. Frazier that I missed in writing up the plea agreement. It was 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance. So count 1 and 2 in 2024 CF 2301, possession of a controlled substance. Count 3 is the fraud, the second-degree misdemeanor.
So what's the plea agreement?
So the plea agreement, it would include count 2, possession of a controlled substance would also be a withhold of adjudication with 36 months probation
But
to
you
run
got
concurrent.
3 36-month probations. But
Yes.
they all run together. Is that okay? You
Yes.
willing to go along with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I
Okay,
apologize for the oversight, Your Honor.
okay, I just want to make sure you're aware of what's going on. Okay, thank you.
Your Honor.
Questions, you can always call me, okay? All right, see you later.
Sorry about that. Judge
Okay,
Ketchel, my business is concluded. May I be excused?
you may.
Nice seeing you.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I also no longer have any business with the court, may I?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mr. Powell, you ready to proceed, sir?
Good afternoon, Judge. Does the court want to recess, or you?
No, we've had enough recess today. We need to finish the day.
Long day, I understand.
Take your time, Ms. Parker. We'll wait a second. We'll let you get out. Don't you?
Samuel Jones, for the record.
Take your time, Ms. Parker. Had a long day, too.
Oh, yes. Judge, we're before the court for sentencing. Has the court had an opportunity
This
to?
is case number 22 CF 2128, just for the record.
Thank you.
Court has reviewed the sentencing memorandum, and I tried to view the victim witness, but because the way it was entered into the system, unreadable.
Okay.
So if you plan on using this, you need to.
She's here to testify, so.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's fine. I thought that might be the case, but I just want to let you know, I didn't get a chance to read that like I normally would in advance.
No problem. She is here to testify.
Okay.
And
You may proceed. Well, go ahead and frame the issue first. I've read it, but frame what we're here on and.
yes, so Judge, Mr. Jones entered a plea quite some time ago. The state extended a kind of an either-or offer. The state was recommending 10 years state prison or plea straight up and request a specific sentence. We went through a very detailed plea colloquy when we took the plea, and we are set today for sentencing. It's my understanding the state is recommending 10 years state prison. Mr. Jones scores right at 54 months. The victims in the case are here, and they do wish to make a statement. And Mr. Jones's family is here, and they wish to be heard before the court decides what sentence to impose.
Very good. So you may proceed with your witnesses first, and then the state, I believe, correct?
Either way, I was thinking the state may want to let them testify first, but it doesn't matter.
Up to the state.
Let me just check with my victims quickly.
Okay.
Your Honor, that's fine. I will have my victims have their inputs made now.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Who do you wish to call
The
first?
state calls Priscilla Creed.
Madam Clerk, would you please swear the witness?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Please be seated.
Just make sure you speak directly into the
Can you please state your name for the record?
My name is Crystal LeBrad.
Are you a listed victim in this case?
Yeah.
And can you address the court and provide your input regarding the impact that this has had on you as the victim in this case?
I mean, it left me scared and a little traumatized, but since everything transpired, I've healed through it and I've forgiven them for everything that happened. And I don't I know they said that y'all were trying to give them like 10 years, and I think that's excessive. I was in danger at the time, but God had bigger plans at that moment, so nobody was hurt. And I don't really feel like that full term of 10 years is necessary. I just wanted to come here to state that because I wanted my opinion to be known.
So you may assume that the court knows this, but I'm going to inquire. In what way were you a victim? Were you in the?
I was in the vehicle.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to hear you put it on the record.
Oh, I was in the vehicle that was involved in the situation.
Okay. Mr. Powell, anything?
Judge, I just had a few questions. Just very
Okay.
briefly.
Are you finished
No
with the
further
witness?
questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Powell, if you have any questions.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Plea. Thank you for being here today. I know it's not easy to be here, but we appreciate you coming in and letting the judge know your position. And I just wanted to inquire, just so the judge is aware, that you knew Sam growing up, right?
Yeah, he played basketball for my dad at some point throughout, in the teen years.
Okay. And you were...
You knew Sam, are you referring to the...
You knew Mr. Jones, Mr. Jones, Samuel Jones, the defendant. You knew him growing up, and he played basketball with your dad. Your dad coached him, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know his children? Did you get to know his
I don't know his kids that well, but I do know that he has twins, and I have seen them occasionally throughout their lives.
Okay. And one of the questions I was going to ask you is, you've kind of already answered, was just at one point we had spoken with the previous prosecutor, and you had indicated you felt 10 was too much for what transpired, and you've already answered that, and thank you for being here. I had no other questions.
Oh, thank you.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for your testimony.
Yes.
Your Honor, the state has no further witnesses.
Very good. Mr. Powell, who do you wish to call as your first witness?
Judge, if we could call Angel Rogers first.
Okay. Would Angel Rogers please come forward? Madam Clerk, would you please swear the witness?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated, ma'am. Yeah, it's very directional. You have to kind of talk right into it. Mr. Powell.
Thank you, Judge. Ma'am, if you would state your full name for the record and just identify yourself, and if you would tell Judge Ketchel how you know Samuel Jones.
I'm Angel Rogers, and I'm a friend of Mr. Samuel Jones.
How long have you known Samuel?
A little over 2 decades.
Okay. What did you want to tell Judge Ketchel today?
Samuel is a very good person. He has helped me in numerous situations. He is a father to his kids. in these days, I feel it's very important for girls to have a father and a willing participant. He's been there in his girl's life ever since they've been born. He invited me over to see his girls. You know, I just love his personality. He's very encouraging to me. And I just hate for this situation to take him away from his kids for a long period of time.
Okay. You believe this situation was very out of character for
Very
Samuel?
much so.
Okay, all right. Is he a good dad?
Very good father.
Okay.
He's very active with his girls.
Okay. All right.
And their sister. So,
Is there anything else you wanted to tell Judge Ketchel today?
I just, being what I heard from the witness and what I know, I just hope you take those things in consideration.
Okay. I don't have any other questions the state may have.
Mr. Giardini, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your input.
Thank you.
Mr. Powell, who do you wish to call next?
Judge, I'd call Carol Willoughby. She's present and approaching.
Madam Clerk, would you please swear the witness, please?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated, ma'am.
Just make sure you speak correctly.
Okay.
Mr. Powell.
Thank you, Judge. If you would identify yourself to Judge Ketchel and tell the judge about what's your relationship to Sam Jones.
My name is Carol Willoughby, and I'm Cortez's, the mother of his kids.
Okay. Can you just, how many kids do y'all have together? If you'll tell Judge Ketchel their ages.
We have twin girls together. They're 4 years old.
Okay. Is Sam been a good father?
Oh, yes. He's been there since day one.
Has he provided for them?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They was in ICU, the ICU for 20 days, and he was there every day. Skin to skin, every day, hands down.
Okay. All right. Without getting too much into it, are you somewhat familiar with the circumstances that led up to this incident?
Not really, not what led up to it, no.
Okay. All right. At some point, is there anything else you wanted to tell Judge Ketchel today?
I just basically want to say that his kids misses him dearly. I don't feel like, they need to go any longer without him. It's really sad that he has to talk and see them through a video camera every day. Samuel is a very God-fearing man, very trustworthy, very dependable.
Do you believe when he gets out, he'll continue to be involved in your life and the lives of his children?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, yes.
All right. Has Samuel expressed remorse to you about what has happened and what transpired?
Oh, yes, he's did that several times. He's very remorseful, very.
Okay.
Things just got out of hand, and, he's very remorseful.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Powell.
If I could call Kurt Jones.
Madam Clerk, would you swear the witness?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated, sir. Mr. Powell.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Jones, tell Judge Ketchel what your relationship is to Sam.
My name is Kurt Samuel Jones. I am Cortez's father, biological father.
Okay. What did you want to tell Judge Ketchel today?
Today I would like to ask for the judge's leniency of the court due to the fact that my son is the last of the bloodline on the male side of my father's. That's why his name is Samuel. My father's name was Samuel. His grandfather's name was Christopher Samuel, and so on. All the rest of the siblings on the grandfather and my father's side didn't have, they all had girls. I'm the only one that had a male that is left, so it's passed on to Cortez. And on that point, I would ask for leniency, that he will be able to come back out, continue to be a father to his kids that he has now, and possibly continue the family bloodline on my father's side.
Is there anything else you wanted the judge to know before he imposes sentence?
The children definitely need their father, definitely, because I'm partaking in those duties as of now. And grandparents shouldn't be doing that. The parents should.
I don't have any other questions. The state may have some.
The state has no questions, Your Honor.
Thank you for your input, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
thank you.
Call Yvonne Jones.
Madam Clerk, would you swear the witness?
You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do.
Okay.
Ma'am, if you would state your full name for the record and just identify yourself to Judge Ketchel, and what is your relationship to Sam Jones?
My name is Yvonne Jones, and Samuel Cortez is my firstborn nephew in that generation.
Okay. And Ms. Jones, what do you do for a living?
I am a consecrated bishop. I was consecrated November 2016.
Can you tell Judge Ketchel a little bit about how Sam has changed while being incarcerated, and tell him a little bit about who he is as a person that you know? Just give the judge a little background info.
Well, the first thing that I have to say, I'm honored to be Cortez's auntie and spiritual advisor as well. I think he is a remarkable individual. I think Cortez is strong. I think Cortez is also an incredible father to his two children. We love him and we miss him dearly.
Do you have personal knowledge about the remorse he's expressed for his actions on this day, for this incident?
I do. There's a theory out there by Maslow. There's a tier. The first tier deals with personal safety. The second tier deals with safety of those that are close to you. And I think what we've seen is not typical of who Cortez is. I believe, as a matter of fact, he's told me on several occasions as we've talked how remorseful he is and how he would handle the situation differently if he had to do it all over again.
Is there anything else you wanted to tell Judge Ketchel today before he imposes a sentence?
I think Judge Ketcher has gotten a picture of the type of family that Cortez comes from. This is totally out of character for him. And Judge, I ask that you consider everything that's been said today and how much we love Cortez.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Giardini, do you have anything?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. Hold on just a second, Mr. Conlon. Do you have a copy of the agreement? Plea agreement?
Yes, sir, I do.
I have it.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I just found it.
Could the state and I approach very briefly?
You may. Who do you wish to call next, Mr. Powell?
Diane Jones. She's present, approaching.
Madam Clerk, would you swear the witness?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please be seated.
Ms. Jones, if you would state your full name for the record and identify yourself to Judge Ketchel, and what is your relationship to Sam Jones?
My name is Diana Jones, and I'm Cortez's mother.
What did you want to tell Judge Ketchel today?
Cortez is my son, who I love very much. Cortez is a very good father. Cortez is a good son to me. And Cortez is a child that's really quiet. He doesn't mess with anybody unless someone provokes him. And this is totally out of character for what happened with Cortez, and I'm sorry that it happened to them. But I'm hoping that he get another chance to be free, to be with his children.
Have you seen a change in Samuel since he's been incarcerated?
Oh, yes, his conversation is different. He sounds stronger, and he wants to be home with his family.
Has he expressed remorse to you and
Oh,
talked
yes.
to you about how he would handle,
Right.
should have handled things?
Right. He's sorry for what he's done, and he always say if he could do it over again, he would have handled it differently. Like, call the police when you're threatened.
Are you involved with helping with Samuel's children?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the court a little bit about that.
I see his children every day. I work, and when I come home from work, I watch the kids when they get out of school until their mother get off for work at night. Sometimes their grandfather helps with them also. But I work 40 hours a week and then come home and watch them as well.
Prior to this incident, was Sam taking care of the kids and helping?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he took care of them. He normally had them through the week. On the weekends, he kept them the whole weekend and take them home on Monday or Tuesday.
Did you work and provided for them?
Yes, financially, he was a good father.
Okay.
He is a good father.
He was employed when he was arrested?
Yes. Excuse me?
He was employed at the time he was arrested?
Yes, he was working.
Okay. Does he always maintain good employment?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want
He took care of himself and he took care of his kids and he'd never asked me for money.
Is there anything else you want Judge Ketchel to know before he decides an appropriate sentence?
Well, I just want to let you know, would you just find it into your heart and just give him a second chance of being with his family and his kids?
I don't have any other questions.
The state has no questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am, for your
Thank you.
input.
Should I call Sam Jones? Would you like him at the...
Bring him on. Madam Clerk, would you please swear the witness?
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please be seated.
How you doing, Judge? I'm sorry to be here. Sam, if you'd state your full name for us.
Samuel Cortez Jones.
You prepared a statement to Judge Ketchel. Would you like to read that, or would you like me to ask you some questions first?
I want to read this to him.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous. Your Honor, it is a great relief to actually verbalize my sincere remorse concerning my actions. I want to start off by saying I pray that the victims forgive me for my behavior. I honestly could say what I had done was wrong. And I know I should have handled the situation differently before the situation escalated. But I didn't. Your Honor, I can't say that I am grateful no one got hurt, and I do know the seriousness of that matter. Because what I had done was dangerous, and honestly, I'm not that type of person. I also know how my actions has affected everyone's lives, including the victims, my family, and my own. Your Honor, my actions also has caused me to be away from my 4-year-old twin daughters and my 9-year-old stepdaughter, whose lives I'm very involved in. My 62-year-old mother helps out with my kids daily, but there's only so much she can do when they're my responsibility. To the victims, I want to clear and on the record. I do not mean y'all any harm or have any ill intentions towards y'all. It's been plenty positive lessons. Plenty positive lessons I have learned while being incarcerated. And that chapter in my life is closed and it will never happen again. Your Honor, I just pray for an opportunity to prove to my mother that I'm changing to the man that she wants me to be. I only need you, Your Honor, to give me the opportunity to show everyone who's praying for me that I am worthy of their prayers and consideration. Your Honor, I will not let you or my family down in any way in the future. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
State has no questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Appreciate your input.
No other witnesses, Judge?
Does the state wish to make closing remarks?
Yes, Your Honor. Taking into consideration the testimony from the victim today and her wishes, the state does understand her position. However, the state is seeking 5 years in the Department of Corrections, followed by 5 years probation, and with that probation, a suspended sentence of 5 years in the event that it's violated. The state recognizes these are serious offenses. Someone could have been killed on August 16th of 2022. The victims were in fear for their lives. When asked about his involvement, the defendant first told law enforcement that he was not involved before eventually admitting that he did it to scare James Collins over a prior dispute. So wanting to scare James Collins over a prior dispute could have ended up in someone, a bystander or one of the victims, losing their lives. It's important that as a community, the community is kept safe, that there are not shootings and people are not afraid to walk the streets. Mr. Jones wanted to settle a score, and for that petty reason, he placed not only the lives of Krista LaPrede and James Collins in jeopardy, but the remainder of the community that was in the vicinity. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Powell.
Judge, we appreciate the state's amended recommendation. Mr. Jones does score 54.3 months as a lowest permissible sentence. I would just point out for the score sheet purposes, there is a 18-point enhancement that did bump up the score sheet quite a bit. As far as sentencing goes, Mr. Jones is 31. He did have two prior possession of controlled substances as far as his background. However, these charges, as you've heard, are very out of character for him. We didn't really get into too much of the facts of the case, but there were underlying issues between Mr. Jones and Mr. Jamel Collins. These issues, of course, it escalated inappropriately. Mr. Jones is responsible for his actions. He certainly could have done things differently. He's still a relatively young guy at 32 years old. He has two 4-year-old twin girls. This is, like I said, it's very out of character for him. You've heard from his family. He's certainly shown remorse. I would argue for score sheet purposes that this is an isolated incident for which he has shown remorse, and there is a basis to downward depart. And if the court was inclined to do that, we would ask for a period of community control and probation under that prong of an isolated incident for which the defendant shown remorse. If the court is not inclined to go along with that, we would ask for a guideline sentence without probation to follow. And other than that, we would leave it to the discretion of the court.
Counsel approach.
Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area.
Okay,
since
I'm going to take a short break,
1999. We're an alternative
like literally
health
5 or
food
10
store.
minutes,
If you're
and then
interested
the court will come
in
back and make its ruling.
bettering your
All
health,
right,
I
please.
invite you to stop by. We're located in Fort Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Man, I got this. Let's roll. Fight fire with fire. Take 1.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and it's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm Attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Patch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metals, re-roof, repairs, and leak specialists.
So, first of all, I appreciate everybody's testimony, heartfelt testimony. Certainly, Mr. Jones, you should appreciate the blessing of family and friends, and even people that are not a part of your family. So it's a greater gift than we often appreciate. I hope you appreciate yours.
Yes, sir.
These are serious charges. There's no question about that. But when the court is issuing a sentence, the court has to look at all the circumstances involved. There are 2 factors that the court considers when making a sentence. And those two are very, I mean, it's not going to surprise anybody. It's the severity of the crime and, quite frankly, the defendant's involvement in the criminal justice system. In other words, how often, you know, whether there's been issues, whatnot in the past. And, you know, I do believe, as stated, as argued by your attorney, this was an isolated incident. And while I appreciate your remorse and I believe it's sincere, I've had a lot, most defendants are remorseful when it comes time to sentencing, with all due respect. I'm not doing it primarily with that, but I do believe that your actions speak louder than words, and when I say your actions, that you have not been involved in any violent behavior at any point in your past. Not that none was brought to my attention anyway. And so the court takes that into consideration. And in order, the way the sentencing laws in Florida work, in order, the laws basically restrict somewhat what judges can do. There's a max, and then there's generally a floor. In other words, you're not allowed to go below a certain schedule, sentencing unless there's specific. It's called a downward departure. You've got your you heard the minimum guidelines. You heard those, that phrase over and over today, minimum guidelines. That's the floor that the judge is allowed to judge can't go below that unless there are specific factors that are involved with that. And one of the factors is whether it's an isolated incident with remorse. And again, the court does acknowledge the seriousness of the crime. Court also has taken into consideration the complexity of what led to this, how it came down, the whole 9 yards. So the court does find there is a basis for a downward departure, but because of the seriousness of the crime, it won't be much. The court's sentencing the defendant to 48 months in the Department of Corrections. The court's not going to issue any post-incarcerative probation. When you get out, you're going to be clean. And hopefully you will do all the things that you stated in open court and that your family needs you to do, and that you will come home and be the kind of father you want to be and provider you need to be. So, but the court's not ordering any probation afterwards. Straight 48 months. And of course, this goes without saying, I'm going to say it, but it's a part of the law. That's based upon, that is taking into account credit for time served. That's not taken into account. Credit for time served will be deducted from the sentence. So it basically starts when you end up in jail, even though I know you've been in jail for a long period of time, already in the county jail. But so you will get credit for time served. That's mandatory. So the courts are just saying it for the record. You don't have to.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Anything else we need to rule on? We had the court's adjudicating him guilty, and that was already that was in the previous plea agreement. Are there costs and fees that we need to set?
We've just asked for whatever the minimum
standard.
It's $867 core costs.
Okay.
Is it concurrent between all counts, Judge?
Yes.
And then where do you want the costs to go? Do you want to give them time to pay, or?
Yeah. I'm going to give him 18 months post-incarceration to pay the fines and costs. That's important because if you don't pay the fine and cost, they send it to the Bureau of license, your license. They come after your license.
Okay.
You need that license, get back and forth, because it's hard to have, not have license in this area. And then you end up getting busted for driving without a license. Of course, I know you'd never do that, but people do that and they get caught. That's the one thing I hate most to see in this courtroom is people getting arrested for not having a license. So you got 18 months to pay that and go from there, but.
Thank you, Judge.
You can thank your family.
Thank you.
And whatever kind of thanks you have the court, direct it at your children and make sure that you do the right thing from here on out.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Powell?
No, Judge, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All rise, please.